Hello guys, it's another beautiful week. Sorry I skipped 2 days. I'd promised to do a vlogmas, but it's more difficult than I thought. So today is our market day. Our market day falls on Wednesdays, and we are located at the boundary of two ethnic groups, that is the Luo and the Kisi, and two counties, that is Nyamira and Homa Bay counties. So this is where buyers from the two communities meet to sell their produce, artifacts, clothing, and everything else somebody can sell. It's just an open market where you can sell anything. All the food you'll find in this market is organic. Nobody ever wants to miss the market day because it's the only day in the week that we get to restock on our groceries. And I like to come early because the afternoons are quite packed. The market is usually so full at this time that even walking from one stall to the other is a problem. So to avoid that human traffic, I always shop very early. It's around 10 a.m. here, and I just want to be done very early and leave before everyone else comes. There are always a few farmers from other counties that also come to sell here. Also for things like tomatoes, cabbages, which don't do well here. So we get them from Kiambu, Naivasha areas. Our market is not too far from Lake Victoria. It's about 50 kilometers away. And we always get our fish very fresh, sometimes even alive. And the sellers are always kind enough to remove the scales and clean them a bit before they sell them. Removing scales and the intestines is usually the toughest part of cleaning fish, or maybe disgusting, I can say. Market days are also meeting days where we get to catch up with our neighbors and people of our community who we don't get to see during the week. It is also a source of news for the community. This is where we get news of deaths or any upcoming events in the village. There are only two women who sell fresh fish in the market, so if you don't get here early, you don't get fresh fish if you need it. But there are lots of dried fish, smoked, fried, all sorts of preserved fish. But I love mine very fresh. For some reason, it's cheaper to buy fish in Nairobi than here, yet we are closer to the lake, and it's the fish from our lake that goes to Nairobi. I don't know how anyone could explain this, but I don't know. I'm quite lucky to be having a garden where I can get most of my vegetables, and I just buy a few. So I can imagine with the tough times, someone who's buying everything. That's quite expensive. So my advice is, however small the space you have, try to grow your own food. Have a garden, even if it's a container garden. It will help you save a lot. I'm quite sure some of you don't know what this is. Well, it's a charcoal stove, and we are using charcoal as the fuel. So I'm going to light my charcoal stove. And these peppers are going to light the charcoal. Then we are going to have a fire to cook over. So while it lights, I'm going to clean the fish further. At the market, they just do the basics. removing the scales and the intestines, so you clean the fish by yourself. My mother comes from Kindu Bay. Kindu Bay is right at the shores of Lake Victoria. In fact, their backyard is the lake. So she taught me how to clean fish well, cleaning the gills. The gills hold a lot of dirt and some very disgusting stuff. So it's very important that you clean your fish well if you want to enjoy it. And I learned this from my mother. So this is a process you repeat until all that kind of mucus or something like that is over. And in the rinsing water, it's always important to add salt. Salt also loosens that substance over there. Once you've cleaned the gills and the intestines, it's always very important to give it a good rinse. We all want clean food, don't we? The main reason I insist on buying fresh fish is because I don't trust anyone to clean my fish well. Who has the time to do what I've just done? So if I have to enjoy my fish, I have to clean it myself. My fire is ready, so I'm going to fry my fish. First, I will heat the oil. The oil is supposed to be very hot so that the fish doesn't stick at the bottom of the pan. I usually cut out these parts we don't need. I see others cutting out even the fins, but my knife is not sharp enough to cut out the fins, so the tail and that part I will cut out. Then I usually slice it like I'm doing. It helps in cooking it well and fast. Once I've sliced it, I usually cut it into smaller sizes that can be served. Then I dip them in the oil. Dipping in the oil can also preserve, or is just a way of cooking. You can eat it directly from the oil. But I love to make mine into a stew after frying. We don't eat a lot of salads down here, but we love to eat our cooked vegetables, especially kale and collards and spinach, to have them as accompaniment for our stews. Thank God my green garden is always providing the green vegetables. So it's night time here and our dinner is ready. We have the stew from our fried fish, which everyone else is going to enjoy with collard greens, except me because I'm still on my detox. And that's it guys for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to give it a like. Bye bye. See you in the next.